Hello, everyone. Welcome to The Raid, the GamerAccess.com's PC gaming podcast. I'm your host for the evening, Bronson Fiore, joined by Anthony Ta.
Sorry, guys. Sorry if I'm really raiding at the moment, but good evening! I walked in on a really awkward moment during Nick and John's stream tonight.
Raiding during the raid. Very nice. And then
Only fitting.
And we are also joined by a Mr. Nick McCandless.
What is up, everybody? What is up?
Gentlemen.
So just to kind of briefly discuss what was going on on every Thursday night we record the raid. Well, we also stream on Twitch. If you aren't already, follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/TheGamerAccess. So we have two streaming groups. We have the Super Senpai Bros, which is Bronson and his roommate Ray, and then we have John and I, who are the Shit Talking Mushrooms. We were given that name through the chat, and we do a lot of shit talking on the stream. That's what we do. So it worked out perfectly. We now have our name. Well, John and I were playing some Borderlands 2. I'd already beaten the game, but we beat the entire game again on the stream, and we beat it on the PC, so we're staying relevant here. But now we're going through the DLC. We started with Tiny Tina's, which is pretty comical and pretty great so far. It's like you first start out, and I'm like, this looks like Zelda, and then it goes to like medieval, and then remember medieval from the PlayStation back in the day? And then it like reminds you of like Skyrim. Like part of it, I think it's intentional, but it's pretty great. It's a lot of fun. So we streamed that for about an hour and a half, and the chat was just on a whole nother level. Well, they had given us porn star names. Well, we record the podcast on TeamSpeak, and our stream ran a little bit late. So here we are, we're on TeamSpeak, just John and I communicating with the chat, and then Anthony comes in. And what was the first thing you heard, Anthony?
Something about Mr. Sprinkles. I thought you and John were talking about something really awkward and random. I'm like, okay. Then I found out you guys were on the stream still.
Yes.
So we were discussing porn star names.
I came on during, I think it was Nick's nickname?
Which is...
Fluffy something?
Fluffy McRaptor something. Fluffy McRaptor something. I can't remember. Dang it. So now everyone here, not everyone, but Bronson, John, and Anthony. Bronson and Anthony had to be thrown into the mix. They were both giving porn star names as well. So Bronson's name is Juicies, and Anthony's is Delicious. So our stream viewers are awesome. They're awesome. We love you guys. It's great though. We're offering two vastly different streaming groups, and maybe we'll be starting a third one. So stay tuned to that.
Maybe even four if Tori and Stephanie can get their stuff together.
Yeah, so
that means we'd literally be streaming at all times.
Yeah, which would be great. But I mean, yeah, because it's good because. I mean, I liked streaming, but ever since John and I were playing Borderlands, we're like, why don't we just stream this? It's so much better to stream when you have two people. It is so much better. I'm sure Bronson can attest to that as well.
Yes.
Working with
like
Ray.
The difference from working by myself on a stream to working with Ray is huge. But yeah.
It makes a humongous difference when it comes to the stream quality and the entertainment. Like, yeah, I mean, there's good times when it was just me, but me and John, I mean, we just have that stream going. Just like I've watched a couple of streams with Super Senpai Bros, and it's great. You have two different personalities. There's interaction between you and them. It's not you just talking to the viewers, so it's great. So some promotion out there. Please subscribe to us on Twitch if you are not already. So, yeah. E3's right around the corner.
All right.
Last podcast. We recorded unscripted yesterday. I fell asleep at the end, guys. I apologize ahead of time. And then this last episode of the raid before E3. So this is going to be the last you hear from us until E3 week.
All right, so our first piece of news, and probably the most important piece as far as PC gamers are concerned, Steam sales are happening. They're on right now. Shit is on sale. There are flash sales that are there are new deals every 12 hours. Papers, Please is an incredible fucking game that is $3 right now. What are you doing?
Wait,
I'm
what game
saving
is?
money, but
Papers,
not buying
Please.
anything at all currently
Papers,
because
please.
Papers, Please. You are border control for the Greston border checkpoint. An apartment will be provided for you and your family in East Greston. Expect a Class 8 dwelling. Basically, you are border control for the Soviet Union. It is a really interesting game. I don't think it's for everyone. I don't think it's for you, Nick. But like that game is fucking great. You can get both Darksiders for $12. You can get Fez for $2. Yeah, and they got new deals coming like every 12 hours. Like I said, you get
I thought it was
Outlast
every 24 hours.
every 12. So they got the daily
Got it.
deal, but then they have the flash deals, which are every 12 hours.
Okay.
Those are typically indie games, but you can get Oddworld Stranger's Wrath for $2.50 right now. Now they got let's see. Oh, XCOM is on sale right now. You can get XCOM Enemy Unknown for $7.50.
They have the one thing I'm considering getting, because nothing really interested me. The only thing that has me somewhat interested that I may pull on is the Metro Redux collection for $10, which is pretty cool.
So just be aware that there will be publisher sales that go on throughout the week and certain cuts throughout the week. So be ready for those. I know that one of the daily deals right now is Valkyria Chronicles. Valkyria Chronicles is an amazing game. I played it on PS3. It's probably even better on PC. It's a strategy game. Right now it's $5.
Can someone tell me how to beat the tank, please?
I did it.
I couldn't.
Look online.
It got to a point where I'm like, yeah, I just can't do this.
A game
That's
that
my
I'd
problem with Valkyria Chronicles. There's just some games where I would find the level that I just can't work with, and I just stop.
So the game that I recommend for Nick is Tales from the Borderlands. That
I'm not into point and click adventures.
dude. It's so funny though, and like there's next to no puzzle solving. Like it's almost all just dialogue. It is fucking hilarious.
I'll consider it. The deals only go on for 12 hours. After that, they're cut off, right?
Yeah, but some games end up rotating in twice. Like the original Darksiders is $4. Mirror's Edge is $4.30. Like they got all these crazy ass deals in here. So yeah, like for those like Borderlands 2 is $10. That'll probably be cut even more. Dark Souls is $6.80. One of my favorite games this year, Ori and the Blind Forest, is $16. And it just came out. So like be willing to, and I guarantee you that one will probably drop in price throughout the sales. I know the one that I'm looking at is the Stanley Parable. It's a 3-hour indie game that came out a couple years ago, but it's normally $20. Right now it's $7.50, and I just want it to drop a little more before I pull the trigger on it. I don't know.
Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing what else they come out with.
Are there any games on the Steam sales that you guys just like are really hoping drop in price?
Nothing really comes to well, I guess so. John and I have been streaming Borderlands 2, and we're now going through all the DLC. After we complete all that, we're gonna do Borderlands the pre-sequel. So I guess that would be good to see Borderlands the pre-sequel on there. Which sounds like it. I mean, it'd be really weird if it wasn't.
That one right now is $30, but will probably drop in price even more.
Yeah.
I know the ones that I'm looking at are the Stanley Parable, Total War Shogun 2, which is $15 now, but I like 10 or less is what I pay for it. Same thing with Broken Age. So I don't know. It's gonna get crazy. Luckily, none of the things like whenever Batman's on sale now, like the older Batman games. Yeah, those are $10, and they'll probably drop to 5 at some point during the
Well, yeah,
sale.
they had the Batman sale. What was it, a week or so ago? Then they were all $5.
Yeah, so like they're 10 right now, and they'll probably drop in price soon. So, um, yeah. Anthony, thoughts?
I'm trying not to buy anything for the Steam sale because, hey, I just
E3.
spent like what became a GPU upgrade became a GPU upgrade with the new CPU cooler, which became a video card upgrade with the CPU cooler and power supply, which I think the total is now like, what was it, $400, $500. So I'm just like, ooh. And then of course, this month with us on travel soon, it's gonna be like, oh. And then I look at Steam sales and I think, so far there's nothing. If there was something I had to buy, maybe I'll keep an eye on Project Cars. Because I need a racing game before Forza comes out.
I know for me that like I want to stream those Batman games, but I don't have the ability to do it on the consoles. So if those go down to $5, I'll probably pick them up. Project Cars is $38 right now. So
I feel like it could go lower because, like, what I learned about Steam sales is that if you think it's a good deal now, it could be a better deal later. You just don't know. Because I remember I got Skyrim as part of the Bethesda pack, which came with Fallout New Vegas and Hunted Demon's Forge. And then literally the day or two after that, Skyrim standalone was half off. And I didn't really need the Bethesda pack, but so there you go. I've got Fallout New Vegas.
That's almost a punishment.
I know. Yeah, that and I only played Vegas for like 30 minutes, and Hunted Demon's Forge, I just read that game's just flat out terrible in general. So I only bought it for Skyrim, and even then I only played it for like 5 hours ever. And just stopped.
Another game that I'm really interested in is it's the original Half-Life, but remade in the source engine. It looks super good, but it, like I said, it's $15 for like what is essentially the HD, like really pretty version of Half-Life. So I'm not sure if I'm willing to pull the trigger on that. And I really like Half-Life, but still.
Also, in the case for me for Steam sales, the way I look at it, it's like, yeah, you save a lot of money, but there's a better way to save money. It's not buying at all. Especially if it's something you're never going to touch. Like to me, it has to be more than just, oh, it's just a curiosity. Like, if American Truck Simulator came out, which it will next month, I think. Oh yeah, I'll totally buy it because it's more than just a curiosity. I'll totally, I'll totally play it so many hours that it'll be worth the full price. And then you have stuff like, oh, you can get Dragon Age 1 for $5. I'm like, but I'm not going to even touch it, which means I wasted that $5 that I could have saved up towards something else.
Yeah, I think for me it depends on the game. Like, I put a good 20 hours into the Alan Wake, and I thought, yeah, okay, that was worth it. That was worth the $5 I spent on a Steam sale for it. But everyone's different, so I don't know. Just I would say to all PC gamers out there, check Steam every 12 hours or so. Make sure you keep your eye on deals, and make sure you buy games that you really want to buy. And here's the thing, don't commit to the game until it's like the last day, unless it's a flash sale. The other thing, they typically don't go lower than their flash sales. Like, if something is a flash sale, that's probably as low as it's going to go. But if a game but otherwise, just wait until the last day, because they might get a special pack or something like that in between now and then. Like, I want Batman. I love Batman. I want to be able to stream Batman from my computer, but I'm not committing to Batman until I know that's not going to be that certain price. So, oh, Nick, I know one you can get, so we can all stream it together.
What's that?
Left 4 Dead 2 is $4.
I already have Left 4 Dead 2.
Okay, that's John who doesn't have it. I'll send him a message.
Ooh, perfect. Our Halloween special just got more special.
I got that at a Steam sale.
We can now shit talk on each other for screwing up the whole thing.
Oh, maybe we can do a 4-on-4 Halloween special. That'd be awesome.
Oh yeah, we did the multiplayer once. That was a long time ago.
Because by then Ray should have his computer, so it's Ray, me, Nick, John, Anthony, Aaron, Joe. So we'd only need one more person. Um, so yeah, like we could definitely get everyone needed because our Halloween special right now is we have a tradition where we pull former GameCraft staff member Joe Litz and former Gamer Access staff member Aaron Reynolds back from the grave to do Halloween specials with Anthony and I. Because we have found that four is the best way to play that game if you want to get comedic results.
Oh man. The game's just magic in general, really. Because it can be scary without actually having to look all bloody and scary.
Oh no, that game is fucking...
It's just like, oh, look, a witch. Like, it's just a simple concept. Just a witch standing right there. And you just turn around and all of a sudden she's right there. You're like, oh, shit. And then you proceed to run past and leave your friends behind to deal with the witch later.
Yeah.
Which, great. Teamwork.
If you're a Grand Theft Auto fan, they got GTA 4 and its 2 expansions for $750. GTA 5 doesn't have a sale, but you do get Max Payne 3 for free with it. What else do they have on here? Oh, and then they have the PS2 Grand Theft Autos all together in a bundle for $750. So
not bad.
Not bad at all. Yeah, there's some good
all
stuff.
All these deals are going to be over by the time they listen, though, right?
No. Some of these will be lasting. Like, some of these will last the whole time.
Got it.
But like I said,
it's only the flash sales that have the time limit.
It's flash sales and daily deals, but those daily deals typically pop up more than once. So, like, now, the Grand Theft Auto sale is happening. That'll probably happen one more time during this 11-day period.
The thing that sucks for us, though, is that we're going to be having these sales going on while we're at frickin' E3.
Check the Steam app, bro. Just like
I know. Thankfully, we live in a very connected world.
Like, I'll just pop up my tablet, be like, boom, boom, boom.
Who cares about the next Zelda when you can get Dragon Age for $1?
I actually kind of want to buy. I kind of want to buy Dragon Age for $1. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, it's only $1.
Like, right now, in the under $5 section, they have some notable games are Outlast, Mirror's Edge, Valkyria Chronicles. Hotline Miami is $1.50. That game is fucking great. It's $1.50. Yeah, this is the point that I try and make about Steam sales. The best-selling games right now are that Metro Redux bundle, which Nick was talking about. XCOM has a pretty good sale.
Yeah, it's funny. I was looking at the deals, and I was like, the only thing that really interests me that maybe I'll get is the Metro Redux bundle. I look at top sellers, and sure enough, that's at the top.
You can get XCOM and all of its DLC for $10, though.
That's good.
That's a damn good game. But beyond Steam sales, like I said, everyone check those out every 12 hours. There are going to be tons of great games on there for very low prices, justifying your PC purchases. Moving on to other news. Hearthstone. A new patch. Patch 2.7 is coming soon. It'll bring a series of changes. Most notably, Tavern Brawl, an all-new gameplay mode which players compete in matches with unique rules governing the play. This could mean minions get specific buffs, players are given preset decks that are crafted based on the rules. Tavern Brawls can be played with friends or randomly online. Anyone interested in those, make sure they go in and prepared for challenging matches, as the mode doesn't unlock until you are level 20. Or you get a hero to level 20, sorry. It is expected to launch in mid-June. A brawl only will run for a limited time before shutting down for a few days. Additionally, it's getting new hero skins, with Magni Bronzebeard being one for the warrior.
Cool.
Yeah, now the warrior deck doesn't have a shitty skin linked to Garish.
Yeah, I got really hooked on Hearthstone, and I haven't played it in like 3 or 4 weeks now.
I played it today when I got out of a job interview because I was, so my roommate works at the place where I was interviewing. And I didn't want to take the bus home. He's like, "Well, I get out in an hour and a half." And I was like, "Fuck it, I'll just wait an hour and play Hearthstone." Good
Yeah.
decision. Anthony, what's your thoughts on this? I know you were playing Hearthstone recently.
It is the perfect game to play on a lunch break.
It really is.
I'm not joking. You could get 2 or 3 matches in, no problem. Quick, simple game, lots of fun, helps break the monotony of the day. It's the perfect game to enjoy when eating some food.
Yeah, like I definitely really like. I played it on the bus today. I played it while waiting for Ray to get out of work. It was awesome. Amazing game. Like I feel as though that like had we all played that game before Game of the Year awards last year, that could have won Game of the Year. Just because everyone played it and loves the living crap out of it. But
I don't know about Game of the Year, but it would have definitely been up there.
oh, it would have been on the top 10 list for sure. Like I
Oh,
tried.
I wouldn't call it loving the living crap out of it because, it's not really my kind of game, but I still like it. It's a great game to play on the go. I'll say that.
Yeah.
It's fun in really short stints. It's not something I would sit down and play for an hour, but I would play it for 30 minutes.
I think my longest Hearthstone session was 3 hours. So,
how do you get dragon cards? That's my question. Because I am very tempted to consider a dragon deck if I really dig into this.
okay, there are 2 ways you can get dragon cards. You can craft them, you can get lucky in packs, or you can play that adventure, the Blackrock Mountain. Blackrock Mountain has a ton of cards for building a dragon deck. So
I have to buy that expansion.
yeah, or you can just unlock it by saving your coins. One of the 2.
How do you earn coins?
You do the daily quests.
Okay. Well, guess I have to play against people more often.
Like, my daily quest today was to cast 40 spells in matches, in online matches, which that's not hard at all considering I run a mage deck. So, yeah, I'd recommend Hearthstone to pretty much anybody. Alright, moving forward. Hey, do you guys like the Xbox One controller?
Yes, I do.
Yes, it is a good controller.
Would you like to play it wirelessly with your PC?
That would be nice.
Well, they're releasing an adapter that's going to cost $25.
Cool. That's great.
Yeah.
Wait, $25? Really?
Yep. Plugs in your PC, makes it so you can use your Xbox One controller wirelessly.
Yeah,
It's
I guess
super
it's because the
convenient
Xbox One
for-
controller isn't Bluetooth, right? So you can't just do
Yep.
some Bluetooth loophole thing.
Yeah, like there's a way to do it with the PlayStation controller where you can do it wirelessly through Bluetooth. But with Microsoft, yeah, you have to go wired. But I mean, it's super nice and convenient for PC gamers. So you can use the PlayStation controller, but you have to download software that pretty much tricks the PlayStation controller to being an Xbox controller. Or it makes the computer think that it's an Xbox controller when it's really a PlayStation controller. That's pretty much how it works. Because when you play a game, it'll say like, press B. And you'd be like, oh, wait, yeah, you have to... I mean, it's pretty much the buttons and placements all the same. It's just... What really gets me sometimes when it says it's like, press X. That always gets me, because there's X both on the Xbox and the PlayStation controller. But you just have to have the mindset that, hey, this is an Xbox controller I'm using. But no, that's good, because, I mean, for $25, if you have an Xbox One, then, yeah, you just plug it in, and you can wirelessly play games without any problems. That's great.
Alright. This is a really shallow news week for PC. Alright, so Tales from the Borderlands is a very popular PC game. And it is semi-popular on consoles, but being a point-and-click adventure game, it is definitely more in the PC alley. But episode 3 is coming out sometime in mid-June. Typically when they have these announcements, it comes out the week after. So when we're at E3, you all will probably be enjoying the last episode of Tales from the Borderlands. As the person who reviewed the first episode of the game and is currently playing through that, if you like Borderlands and the humor of Borderlands, I very much encourage you to check out Tales from the Borderlands. It is hilarious. I laugh through it every time I play through. every time I play through a new episode. Anthony, you got to see a little bit of that game. What do you think?
Hi. That's all I need to say. Hi. Basically, the giant robot comes in.
This giant robot flies out of the atmosphere, crushes this bandit, then looks at the other group of bandits and goes, "Hi."
That's great.
Yeah. All right. So there's that. Last piece of news I have, because shallow PC News Week. Plantronic unveils the Rig 500 series headset for pro gamers. It has interchangeable components, which allows people to personalize their audio experience, and is endorsed by the Esports League ESL. It includes small, medium, and large ear cup attach points, as well as aesthetic options for team logos, colors, and patterns. It's set to feature 40mm drivers and noise-canceling microphones. It says it works with PC, but it's also going to work with Mac, smartphones, tablets, and console controllers. It's going to have 3 options, $60, $80, and $150. The base model offers stereo audio and clip-to-mute microphone boom. The mid-tier has surround sound, while the most expensive options provides 2 sets of ear cups, removable boom microphone, analog stereo cables, and a USB adapter.
Yay, another PC gaming headset to add to the collection of thousands.
I mean, it's cheaper than the other ones, so that's nice.
I don't know, it's just hard for me to get excited about this stuff, because it's like there's so many different options. It's just another PC gaming headset. Oh, yeah.
I mean, it has to be a lucrative market, or else these fucking people wouldn't be doing it.
Of course. Yeah, you don't put out a product saying, "Oh, this isn't gonna make us money."
I personally prefer Astro. Those are my headset of choice. But man, I totally $80 for surround sound headphones. That's not bad. That is not bad at all. I mean, that said, I have a pair of Plantronic stereo headphones that I bought before a plane ride back to Seattle, because my earbuds just weren't cutting it. You could hear the entire fucking plane over the earbuds. And those were pretty good. So, I mean, you're telling me for $30 more, I could have got a surround sound set? I don't know. That doesn't seem bad to me. Anthony, your thoughts?
I'm not really a headphone kind of guy. And let's just say, with so many headphones out there, it's okay, so they come out with more headphones. Okay, so giant comparison test. Go.
You're not wrong.
I mean, it's like everyone says, well, this stereo is good, this is crap, this is good, this is crap, this is officially endorsed by X organization, this has been endorsed by Y organization, this has the endorsement of professional gamers, and this has the endorsement of the press, and you're just so, I mean, and here's the thing I've kind of noticed, and I know this because a lot of people everyone just has a different taste for audio. I just noticed that people just love to crank up the bass and treble all the time.
Well, yeah, that's why
bass settings
are
never
so
work.
popular.
And I guess this is why Beats Audio sells, is because they crank the bass up as is. So, yeah.
I think that's one thing that I commented on when I got my Astros, is how they're not as bass heavy. They have good bass, but when I got my Astros, I'm like, wow, I can hear highs really well. I do think that if you are a competitive gamer in any sense, even if you just play Halo kind of casually at home, the amount of advantage you get from a good headset is unbelievable. It is you can hear people walking behind you, and you don't understand how big of an advantage that is until you have it, and you realize that with these headphones, most people aren't going to sneak up on me.
Yeah, it's like situational awareness.
Yeah.
I mean, that is a huge competitive when you have something as basic as sound. I mean, think about it in real life. if someone were to sneak up behind you and you could hear them, they're not exactly sneaking on you.
Yeah.
They're just doing kind of poorly, and you know they're coming, and it just ruins their whole idea.
Like, yeah, like I'm actually wearing my Astros right now. I wear them when we record. And oh man, my only real complaint with the ones I have, which are the A30s, are they're on ear headsets instead of over the ear. But I mean that's something I like really can't complain about. Like it's a very small complaint when you compare it to, some other headphones I've had. Nick, what are like? Do you have surround sound headphones or do you just use stereo?
They're surround sound. They simulate 5.1.
Okay. What ones do you have?
They're from when I built my computer. I put in Kingston. There's a deal with Kingston where because I wanted to get SSD and I needed to get DDR4 RAM. So they had a deal where on the DDR4 RAM, the 960 gigabyte SSD, and it came with a 5.1 headset. So it's their Kingston HyperX something. It's like it retails for like $149. It's a decent headset, but to be honest, like whenever I play PC games, I don't use my headset. The only time I use my headset is when I do Twitch streaming. Literally, that's the only time I use it. I don't know. I'm just not a fan of wearing a headset. I'd prefer to just chill and just have it come at me as far as the sound goes.
I agree with you, but that option is typically way more expensive, and even if it wasn't, I live in a very small house with 2 other people living in it.
Well, yeah, I live by myself, so I don't have to worry about noise.
Yeah, like I will like Ray when he's playing a PS4 game, it's fine because he typically has his headphones in, but he doesn't have any headphones that have optical out like I do. So if he's ever playing a PS3 game or a PS2 game, like he's been playing Persona 4 recently, he'll get home at like 7 in the morning and start playing Persona, and I don't wake up till like 8 or 9 in most cases.
Well, yeah, then it makes perfect sense for sure.
And then I'll just be like, "What the fuck? What is that wonderful music?
What is that wonderful music?"
I adore the music of Persona. It's really good. Yeah.
For me, I'm not a headphone kind of person. I'm more of a sound system kind of person because headphones are great. Like I totally understand the point of headphones because one, you don't bother the guy next to you unless you turn it up so much that the noise gets out and they hear a little bit of what you're listening to while you're deafening yourself. And it's definitely a lot less cost effective, and you get much better quality sound. Like frickin', I've heard sound bars. They're a bleh solution.
Well, I'll say this: soundbars. It depends which one you get. Like, I haven't been impressed with like the Samsung or LGs. Those I haven't been impressed with. Polk Audio has some nice soundbars. The ones that come with like, and I'm not talking about these cheap, crappy subwoofers that you get with like a Samsung or LG. I'm talking about with Polk Audio, you get a nice like 10-inch down firing subwoofer. I used to work home theater at Best Buy, so I know about the difference. Those Polk Audio sound bars can push some crazy noise out. Trust me.
I just I've seen good sound bars, and even then I'm just like, the price of a good sound bar is not that far off from a decent sized stereo system.
Well, think about it this way, Bronson. Okay, so the sound bar, the Polk Audio I have, I think it was like $500 is what I got it for. Well, I was working at Best Buy at the time, so I got a better deal. But it was about $500. And think about it this way. So I live in a apartment, decently sized apartment. Like, I don't want to have to worry about mounting speakers to the walls. Those cheap stereo systems that, they come with, a DVD or Blu-ray player and the small speakers, those things don't sound good at all.
I know those don't. But Anthony and I have played games at Tori's house. And that's a real. I asked her how much it cost. She said, yeah, I think my parents paid $800 for it. So it's $300 more. And even at 1/4 volume, this shit shakes the house.
Well, yeah, but you have to. So you have your receiver, which, like I said, I'm not worried about space. But then you have to worry about running all the speaker wire, and it's just it's nice, yeah, if you have the ability to run it through your walls or you have the setup for it. That's great. But for like me, dude, that sound bar could rock. It gets super freaking loud. Like usually, I only have that thing in about a third of the way because that thing you can turn it up, and that subwoofer will shake the floor.
That's how I am with my mix amp on my Astros. Like on my Astros, I almost never go above half volume. Like if it goes above half volume and I'm using the mix amp, either the game is really quiet or there is something wrong. No, like I kind of prefer the two extremes. Like I either want a really good set of headphones or I want a really, really good surround sound system. I just never really cared for sound bars. There have been a couple that have impressed me, but
have you listened to the Polk Audio one?
I haven't gotten to see the Polk one. I will definitely.
That is why you haven't been impressed, dude. You've probably been listening to the Sonys, the Samsungs, the LGs. Those sound crappy. You got to go with a real audio company soundbar, like Polk Audios. I don't know if they still have them at Best Buy. When I was working at Best Buy, they sold them. And those things, you listen to it and you'll just be like, holy crap. Like, there's times I literally think sound's coming from behind me. It is crazy good how good that thing works.
I just checked their website. They have a gaming soundbar for $250, which okay.
Yeah, that's probably going to be similar to like your Sony and Samsung.
Yeah, then they have their two $500 models.
Yeah.
And then 7, then 8, and then 9. So I like I said though, but like once I break like $500 is probably the most I would pay for a soundbar because if I'm going over that, at that point I'm saying fuck it and running the sound system through my room because for the speakers behind me, mounting that shit wouldn't be that much trouble. And same with the speakers in front of me. The hardest part would be the fucking subs and the receiver. Like those would be the biggest pain in the ass for me because I have no real place to put them.
Oh man, these soundbars are expensive.
Yeah, I see the cost of a sound system, and then I see a good soundbar, and I'm like, I can get 7.1 sound for $250 with my headphones, and it sounds amazing, and I can take them with me on the bus.
Yeah, see, the reason why I'm a sound system kind of person is because, sure, you get the noise in your ears, but I don't know, it's just like, when you get the sound throughout a room, it
shakes the fucking room and shit.
I understand that it's impractical, one, you need, like, a lot, like, I've seen like, value sound systems that just don't deliver whatsoever, and that's a waste of money completely. I totally agree. And I've seen lousy sound bars, but if you have like a good home theater system, or even if your car audio, like that's probably the most one of the few places you could get a good sound system is in your car, assuming it's already installed by the factory. You don't have to like get an aftermarket. But seriously, Bronson and I, we would just kind of blare music on my sound system because it's that awesome. That's about the closest thing we've got to a home theater system right there. Listen to nerdcore on it.
I've seen good sound systems and they're really appealing, but they're also really fucking expensive.
And they're kind of impractical because, okay, noise.
So that's not that big of an issue for me in some cases. Like, Ray is out of the house a lot, and my mom's on the other side of the house, so that's not that big of an issue. Especially because there is no one about 40 yards in front of me, or behind me, or in any direction of me. Like we're on a big lot, so that's not that big of an issue. The issue for me is there's enough room in here to do it, but like I would have one on top of my shelf, one on top of that mini fridge. One would be mounted above the closet, and then another two would be behind the bed. And my Xbox just saw my face and logged me in. It's so cool that it does that. Like, there have been several times where like Ray will come into my room and sit down to watch whatever game I'm playing on the Xbox, and it sees his face and signs it in. But no, that's not what I'm talking about. But no, like, I think about the amount of room and then, like, I would have to put a big-ass receiver inside, like, the entertainment system is, put the Wii and PS2 on top of it, and like run all that fucking wire, which that's not that hard to do. Just run it under the fucking carpet. Like that's not the worst thing in the world. And in the case, actually, I would probably just run it behind the shelf. The only ones that'd be hard to do would be like running the one through the carpet that'd be mounted above the closet. But like all that shit would be like a ton of work. And yeah, it's cool that the room shakes, but the audio quality is still the same as those headphones. And at that point, I'm like, well, it's awesome during rock band parties that we can shake the whole fucking house. But that's an experience that happens at most like 12 times a year.
Well, it's not just the room shaking. I'm not exactly looking for, an earthquake to happen underneath my feet. It's just kind of more like, it's kind of like that theater experience where the sound isn't coming from right next to your ear. It's coming from around the room.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to describe it, because I understand that earphones, because it's right by your ear, they can like kind of create more of a sound. You don't have like noise from your air conditioning, or the people taking noise outside, or the fridge, or the room next door, bothering you. But still, it's like that sense of you've got the room making the noise instead of just stuff smacked right up against your ear. So
yeah, I get
there's kind of like that coolness to it.
See, at that
but
point,
again, the reason why I don't have it, I wouldn't go for a sound system, is just the cost of it is just crazy.
Yeah, oh man, I don't know. I think they're both valid options. Like, I just prefer headphones.
Just the thing with headsets for me is like, don't get me wrong, this one I have is super comfortable, but it's just like, still it's the fact you have something on your head. I don't like that.
See, that doesn't really bother me as long as they're like I said, they're over the ear. That way you don't really
these
feel
are
them.
over the ear. They're super comfortable. It's just, I don't like the fact there's something on my head. That's what it all comes down to.
Fair enough.
I like being able to hear stuff with nothing on my head. Like, that's the whole thing, like, why I'm against this virtual reality stuff is like, yeah, the virtual reality stuff seems cool, but I have this heavy thing strapped on my head. Like, that's what turns me off to it. If there was some way that they could do it, and I wasn't putting a headset on, I'd be more into it. But the fact that I have to wear this, and I've worn the Oculus. I haven't worn the Project Morpheus, but I've worn the Oculus. And it's not uncomfortable, but it's not something you want to have on for hours either.
And if you play games, let's be real, I mean, my average gaming session at shortest is an hour, unless it's a portable game on the bus. Like, at its absolute shortest. So, this monstrosity that is Oculus, I'm just thinking like, God damn it. I mean, wearing this thing for hours at a time, and I already wear headphones when I game a lot of the time, so I don't know. Weird. Anyway. Let's see, next news story. Alright, gents, well, that's all I got. Anyone have anything?
No, I don't. It's been pretty dead. I mean, E3 is right on the corner. PC is actually going to have somewhat of a showing at E3 this year, so we will be able to... We won't be doing a raid next week. We won't be doing an unscripted next week.
You are still getting a podcast every day next week, people, so...
Yeah, so it's even better. You're going to get a daily podcast based off every E3 day. So definitely look forward to that. You got to be on our website E3 week. We're going to have a lot of stuff going up. We have a lot of coverage. We're going to have
daily content, which that'll be super awesome. Yes. But until then, follow us on Twitter at The Gamer Access. Follow us on Facebook, The Gamer Access. Twitch.tv/The Gamer Access. We got 2 streaming teams. We're going to try and pump it up to 3 or 4 eventually. We're also on YouTube, but our videos post late, so you want to go to the website. And we finally fixed our iTunes issue, so all our iTunes stuff is up to date and current, and going to continue to stay up to date and current. We apologize for that issue. It'll be fixed.
Yes, thank you, Anthony, for taking care of that. It was just the family stuff was so busy, so I appreciate you taking care of that.
It was a simple fix, so it was pretty fast.
Also,
Yeah.
props to our listener Eli for catching that. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you for that. Yeah, I told
We now need
Anthony,
to
I
get
was
our
like,
comic
yeah,
section
we
fixed.
should remove this because I've updated this plugin and it kind of takes care of it already, and totally based on the fact that, oh yeah, that prevents it from showing in the feed, which means iTunes can no longer pull it from the feed. So, but it's fixed now.
All right.
We need to fix that community comments thing too, because that explains why nobody's been saying anything for like a month.
Yeah, I need to.
We have denied them the ability to speak. What kind of dictatorship is this?
That's very bad. I will
Yeah.
definitely work to get that fixed before E3, for sure.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Anthony Ta,
Goodbye, all.
Nick McCandless,
Yeah, buddy.
and Bronze Fiore. We'll see y'all in 2 weeks.